If you are a model and you reach out to photographers to do collaboration photo shoots, here are 5 tips to help you along the way. And number 1, have a concept, and more importantly, have a mood board. That is going to increase the likelihood tenfold of that photographer agreeing to do that collaboration shoot. It shows the photographer that you are serious, that you respect and value their time, and that you are bringing something to the table and it's not going to be all on them to figure everything out. Number 2, don't shy away from leading with the collaboration. When you reach out to that photographer, definitely let them know that you're looking to do a collaboration photo shoot. We don't have to act like doing a collaboration is a bad thing or something that we should be embarrassed about. It's totally fine. So when you're reaching out, say, hey, I have a concept. I would love to collab with you on this photo shoot. And of course, it's up to them on whether or not they want to agree to do it or not. But definitely don't lead into it without saying that. Get through all of this stuff and then they send you their rate or they start talking money, and then you want to say, oh, well, it's a collab. Even if they would have been cool with doing a collab, that just kind of leaves a bad taste in their mouth, and it just lessens your chances. So lead with it right out the gate. Number 3, look for photographers that match the style that you like. The biggest mistake that I see is that models will just reach out to photographers in general without really doing research on what their style is. And then that just leads to a lot of problems down the line. So look for photographers that match your style, but also look for photographers that don't necessarily have a lot of content or any content with the concept that you're looking to shoot. Again, that's going to increase your chances of them saying yes, because if they have an opportunity to work with the model and do something that they haven't done before, they're going to be more intrigued to do that. So make sure you're looking for the right photographers. Don't just reach out to any photographer. Don't necessarily just reach out to photographers that you know or that you met somewhere. Find photographers that fit what it is you're trying to shoot. Number 4, be prepared to spend a little bit of money. Sometimes I think people think collaboration means that no one spends any money, and that isn't the case at all. You know, if you're wanting to do a shoot and it requires, you know, a certain type of outfit, or if it requires, you know, a studio and the photographer that you reach out to doesn't have a studio, you may have to spend some money. Now, it's going to be significantly less than you having to actually hire a photographer. But sometimes in collaboration shoots, money does have to be spent. Now, of course, you can try to work that out. If it's really something that the photographer is interested in, you guys can split the cost, or, you know, talk about those things and figure out what you can do. But definitely go into it with the notion that you may have to spend a little bit of money. Collaboration does not mean free. Collaboration does not mean that there's absolutely no cost whatsoever. And number 5, go big. Okay, when you are talking about a collaboration, don't just stop with the photographer. Partner with a makeup artist, a stylist, a designer, a creative director. Turn your project into something big that can elevate the concept of what it is you're trying to do, and in turn, everybody gets some quality content out of that. Makeup artists, they need content. Creative director, they need experience. They need projects that they can put on their resume. Stylists and designers, they love to have their stuff featured. They need content to be able to market with. So everyone can benefit from this photo shoot. And when you bring all of these entities in, it really helps to elevate what it is you're doing. So it's one thing for it to just be you and a photographer, but if you bring in a makeup artist and a designer and a creative director, now you're starting to get this very high-end, polished type of shoot and images, and it really just elevates the entire experience, and everyone can have a good time. Of course, there's networking and all of that. So don't just think, you know, me as a model, let me just reach out to a photographer. Bring all that together. And this really goes back to number 1. When you are going to do this, it is absolutely imperative that you have a concept and a mood board, because if you're going to reach out to, for example, a makeup artist that has to use product that costs money, they're not just going to agree to do that just off of you saying, hey, you guys want to get together and do a shoot. You really need to have a solid concept and a mood board so they can understand what they would be agreeing to and if it would be advantageous for them. So definitely go big, have that mood board, and good luck to you.